Here is a poultry farm business plan that you need to start up a poultry project, and we are going to break down how much you need to start up a project that can make you money, what standard number of chicken that you need to raise and make money from them, and how much you can make, how much profits you can make from the chicken that you have raised. It becomes hard in the beginning because you need to spend a lot of money on almost everything: land, constructing a chicken structures, the raw materials you're going to use, feeders, drinkers, before even you buy chicks. But I assure you, apart from the costs you spend on the chicken structure, the money you invest in this business, you recover it after the chicken have started laying. For a standard number of chicken, commercial layers, you need at least 500 chicken. They will be good to start with, and only if you're ready with enough capital. By the way, it's not a joke to raise chicken, whereby you need to buy feeds daily. To raise 500 chicken, at least you need 13 million for the beginning to raise the chicken until the point of lay. It might go high or a little bit low depending on the location where you are, the expenditure on feeds mostly, even some raw materials like feeders. For example, you can find feeders that are cheap, and for me, I can buy feeders that are expensive depending on where the farm is. The transport costs also differ, but the good estimation is in between 13 to 15 million minus the money that is going to construct a chicken structure, because you need a structure that can be 40 feet on the length and 20 feet wide to occupy 500 chicken. Depending on the size of the land that you have, you can also construct 15 by 45, so depending on the land that you have. But the chicken structure that can raise only 500 chicken can take 7 million from you. That is $1,944. Depending on your locality, it might go down if you can get the raw materials cheaply. Someone might ask that I've said 15 million or 13 million. Yes, you might spend that much because we are living in countries where if the prices of materials increase, they don't go down. And we are also living in the free market economy, whereby someone sells his or her product differently. So you might find that you might buy your raw materials expensively, and I might afford the cheap raw materials near my area. And that money will help you buy chicks, buy the feeds that you're going to feed your chicken, the vaccines, drinkers, feeders, heat sources, everything that you need to raise the chicken. Even thinking about the wheelbarrows, the tanks that you need on the farm. If you're not going to use the national water, if you're going to use national water, you have to spend some money and get the national water near your farm. You can dig a well. All of those are expenses that you need to spend while starting up a chicken farm. Apart from the expenditures, guys, be wise while selecting the chicken that will make money for you. Sometimes they can become a disaster. But once you start raising laying machines like mine, you won't regret starting a poultry farm. Feed your chicken quality feeds. Don't skip any vaccine. They tend to get paralyzed during the period of 2 months to 9 months. They get paralyzed because of Newcastle, sometimes coryza. They get coryza. But once you vaccinate well, if you get any disease, you can treat it and they can recover so that they continue in their growth. So make sure that you don't deny them feeds, feed them quality so that they lay in time. So after raising the 500 chicken, from the beginning we expect them to start giving you the eggs, that maximum eggs at 5 months. So you should not be lied that 18 weeks you're going to get eggs, a lot of eggs. No dear. 18 weeks you get the first egg, 21 weeks you get some few eggs. So make sure that at least at 5 months to 6 months your chicken are laying maximally. At least 6 months your chicken should be laying maximally, because some breeds, they have to grow very well until 6 months. That is when they start to lay maximum eggs. At a minimum cost of a kilogram of feeds, at least it should be 1,000 per kilogram. My estimation, according to what I'm spending right now. So I buy a kilogram, I spend a kilogram of feeds, mixed kilograms with all the ingredients, 1,000 per kg. So it means the 500 chicken, they can consume 45 kilograms a day. Those are 45,000 shillings they can consume per day. And in a week, they're going to consume 315,000 per week. Those are $87.05. That is the expenditure per week for the chicken that have started laying. In a month, these 500 chicken, they can consume 1,260,000 shillings. I mean Ugandan shillings. Those are $350. Yeah. And if you don't deny your chicken feeds, they're capable of laying 14 trays. Let's count 14 trays of eggs. Those are 30 eggs on a tray. 30 eggs on a tray. And in a week, they are going to lay 98 trays. In my area, we are selling a tray of eggs at $2.07. So you're going to sell your 98 trays in a week, and you get 980,000 Ugandan shillings. Those are $272.02 per week. So when we subtract the amount of money that we spend on the feeds per week minus the eggs that you sold per week, the remaining money is going to be $185. In a month, you're capable of selling 392 trays, and those are 3,920,000, and we are making $1,088. It means $1,088. When you subtract the amount spent on feeds per month, those are $350 minus the amount that you sold the eggs per month. That was $1,088. You're remaining only $738 in a month, minus the expenses of feeds only. But just know, apart from the expenses of feeds, you have to spend money on vaccines monthly, dewormers, the Newcastle vaccine, electricity bills, water bills. So if you have someone who helps you to do the work, you have a full-time job and you have a worker that can help you to raise this chicken, you have to pay that person on that amount that you're left with. So don't say that is only my profit. It could be, but in the beginning, you can skip the labor. If you're the only one responsible for your chicken, you're the only person who can raise your chicken, you can start and raise your chicken by yourself and save that money. But also those expenses, unless when you install the tanks and you're using the